Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of English in Real Life. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. And Mike, I have to say, I'm really excited about today's topic.
Me too, because today we're talking about one of the most fun and interesting holidays in English-speaking countries, Halloween.
Halloween! The holiday with costumes, candy, pumpkins, ghosts, and so much more.
Exactly, and whether you celebrate Halloween in your country or not, it's such an important part of American, British, and Canadian culture. You see it everywhere in movies, TV shows, music, and social media.
That's right. So today, we're going to explore everything about Halloween. The history, the traditions, the vocabulary, how people celebrate it around the world.
And we want to hear from you too. Do you celebrate Halloween in your country? Have you ever dressed up in a costume? What's your favorite Halloween candy? Leave a comment and tell us.
Yes, please. We love reading your comments. And before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to English in Real Life, and share it with your friends.
All right, Sarah, let's dive in. Let's start with the big question. What is Halloween and where did it come from?
Great question. So, Halloween is celebrated on October 31st every year. It's the night before November 1st, which is All Saints' Day in Christianity.
And the word Halloween actually comes from All Hallows' Eve. Hallow is an Old English word meaning saint, so it literally means the evening before All Saints' Day.
That's right. But the origins of Halloween go back much, much further than Christianity. The roots are actually in an ancient Celtic festival called Samhain.
Samhain, that's spelled S-A-M-H-A-I-N, but it's pronounced Samhain. The Celts lived in what is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France over 2,000 years ago.
And for the Celts, Samhain marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. It was celebrated on October 31st.
The Celts believed that on this night, the boundary between the world of the living and the world of the dead became blurred. They believed that the spirits of the dead could return to Earth.
That's where a lot of the spooky elements of Halloween come from. Ghosts, spirits, and supernatural beings.
Exactly, the Celts would light bonfires and wear costumes, often made of animal skins, to ward off these spirits.
So even 2,000 years ago, people were dressing up on this night. That's where the tradition of wearing costumes comes from.
Wow, so when Christianity spread to Celtic lands, the church incorporated some of these traditions into their own holidays. That's how Samhain eventually became connected with All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day.
Yes, and over many centuries, these traditions evolved into what we now know as Halloween.
So, to summarize the history, Halloween has ancient Celtic pagan roots, was influenced by Christianity, and over time became the holiday we know today.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about how Halloween is celebrated today, especially in the United States, Canada, and other English-speaking countries.
Good idea. So, modern Halloween is really focused on a few key traditions: costumes, trick-or-treating, decorations, parties, and of course, lots and lots of candy.
Let's start with costumes. On Halloween, both children and adults dress up in costumes. You can dress up as anything you want to.
Popular costumes include witches, ghosts, vampires, zombies, skeletons, superheroes, princesses, movie characters, animals, really anything you can imagine. And here's some important vocabulary. When you put on a costume, we say you dress up. For example, I'm going to dress up as a witch for Halloween.
Or, what are you dressing up as this year? That's a common question people ask in October.
And if you want to ask what someone's costume is, you can say, "What are you supposed to be?" Or, "What's your costume?"
Good phrases. Now let's talk about trick or treating. This is probably the most famous Halloween tradition, especially for children.
Trick or treating. So, what happens is children dress up in costumes and go from house to house in their neighborhood in the evening.
They knock on doors or ring doorbells. When someone answers, the children say, "Trick or treat."
Trick or treat. That's the famous phrase. Let me explain what it means.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so trick or treat is like saying, "Give us a treat or we'll play a trick on you." A treat is candy or sweets. A trick is a joke or prank.
So, historically, it was a playful threat. Give us candy or we'll do something mischievous. But nowadays, it's just a fun tradition. Nobody actually plays tricks.
Right. When children say trick or treat, the people at the house give them candy. Usually small chocolates, lollipops, gummy candies, things like that.
And children carry bags or buckets to collect all their candy. By the end of the night, they have a huge collection of sweets.
It's so much fun for kids. And here's some vocabulary. The candy you receive is called Halloween candy or trick or treat candy.
And the act of going door to door is called trick or treating or going trick or treating. For example, we're going trick or treating at 6 p.m. tonight.
Now, let's talk about decorations. People love decorating their homes for Halloween.
Oh, yes. In the United States, especially, people go all out with Halloween decorations. Some houses look like haunted houses.
So, what do people use to decorate? Let's go through the most popular Halloween decorations.
First and most famous, pumpkins, specifically carved pumpkins called jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns. This is a very important Halloween symbol. People take a large orange pumpkin and carve a face into it, usually a scary or funny face.
You cut the top off the pumpkin, scoop out all the seeds and insides, then carve eyes, a nose, and a mouth into the pumpkin. Then you put a candle or a light inside the pumpkin. When it's dark, the face glows. It looks spooky and fun.
Jack-o'-lanterns are usually displayed on porches or in windows. Every house with Halloween decorations has at least one jack-o'-lantern.
What other decorations are popular, Mike?
Well, fake spider webs. People put artificial spider webs all over their houses, trees, and bushes, sometimes with fake spiders on them.
Skeletons. You'll see plastic or cardboard skeletons hanging from trees or sitting in chairs on porches.
Ghosts. People make ghosts by hanging white sheets or fabric. Sometimes they draw faces on them.
Tombstones. Fake tombstones in the front yard to make it look like a graveyard.
You might see witch decorations, often with a broom and a black cat.
Bats. Black bats are another common symbol. People hang paper or plastic bats from their ceilings or walls.
And don't forget orange and black lights. Orange and black are the official Halloween colors.
So much fun. And all of these decorations create a spooky atmosphere. Spooky means scary, but in a fun, not too serious way. Exactly. Halloween is meant to be spooky and fun, not truly frightening. It's playful scariness.
Now,
Let's talk about Halloween parties. Many people, both children and adults, have Halloween parties.
Yes, at these parties, everyone comes in costume. There might be Halloween-themed food and drinks.
Like what?
Well, orange and black cookies, cupcakes decorated to look like ghosts or pumpkins, witch's brew punch, things like that.
And party games. Popular Halloween games include bobbing for apples, costume contests, and telling scary stories.
Bobbing for apples is a traditional game. You put apples in a large bucket of water, and people try to grab an apple using only their mouth, no hands.
It's harder than it sounds, and very messy.
Now, Sarah, let's address an important question. Is Halloween a religious holiday?
That's a good question. The answer is, it depends on who you ask.
Right. As we mentioned earlier, Halloween has roots in both pagan Celtic traditions and Christian traditions.
Today, for most people in countries like the United States, Canada, and the UK, Halloween is not celebrated as a religious holiday. It's a secular, cultural celebration.
Secular means non-religious. So most people see Halloween as a fun holiday focused on costumes, candy, and parties, not connected to religion.
However, some religious people, particularly some Christians, do have concerns about Halloween because of its pagan origins and themes of death and spirits.
Yes, some churches offer alternative celebrations like harvest festivals or trunk-or-treat events that have a more family-friendly, less spooky atmosphere.
But for the majority of people, Halloween is simply a fun cultural tradition. It's about creativity, community, and enjoying the fall season.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about which countries celebrate Halloween. Sarah, where is Halloween most popular?
Halloween is most popular and most widely celebrated in the United States. It's a huge holiday there. Americans spend billions of dollars on Halloween every year.
Billions on costumes, candy, decorations, parties. It's a massive commercial holiday.
Canada also celebrates Halloween very similarly to the United States. Trick-or-treating, costumes, decorations, all the same traditions.
The United Kingdom celebrates Halloween, but perhaps not quite as extensively as North America. It's growing in popularity there, though.
And Ireland, where Halloween originated from, the Celtic Festival of Samhain, also celebrates it. There are festivals and bonfires connecting back to those ancient traditions.
Australia has started celebrating Halloween more in recent years, though it's not as traditional there.
And in many countries around the world, especially in large cities, you'll find Halloween parties and events, particularly among younger people and expat communities.
What about Latin America, Sarah?
Good question. Many Latin American countries have a holiday called Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, which is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd.
Day of the Dead is different from Halloween, though. It's focused on honoring and remembering deceased family members. It has its own unique traditions.
However, in some places, Halloween and Day of the Dead celebrations overlap or blend together.
And Mexico, for example, has started adopting some Halloween traditions like costumes and parties, especially in touristy areas.
So Halloween is primarily a North American holiday, but it's spreading to other parts of the world, especially through American movies and TV shows.
Speaking of movies, Halloween movies are a huge part of the tradition. Let's talk about some popular Halloween films.
Oh, yes, there are so many. For families and kids, there's Hocus Pocus, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
It's The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown is a classic animated TV special that many American families watch every year.
For people who like scary movies, there's Halloween, the horror film series, The Shining, Carrie, Scream, so many options.
And for something in between, there's Beetlejuice, Ghostbusters, The Addams Family, spooky but also funny.
Watching Halloween movies is a popular tradition, especially in October. It gets you in the Halloween spirit.
Now let's review some essential Halloween vocabulary. We've mentioned a lot of words today, so let's make sure everyone understands them clearly.
Great idea. Let's start with the basics.
Halloween, the holiday celebrated on October 31st.
Costume. Special clothing you wear to look like someone or something else. I'm wearing a vampire costume.
Dress up, to put on a costume. Let's dress up for the party.
Trick or treat. The phrase children say when going door to door for candy.
Jack-o'-lantern, a carved pumpkin with a candle inside.
Spooky. Scary in a fun way. That house has spooky decorations.
Haunted, a place where ghosts supposedly live. A haunted house.
Candy. Sweets. The treats children collect on Halloween.
Witch, a woman with magical powers, often shown wearing a black hat and riding a broom.
Ghost. The spirit of a dead person, usually shown as white and floating.
Skeleton, the bones of the body, a common Halloween decoration.
Vampire. A creature that drinks blood, often shown with fangs and a cape.
Zombie, an undead creature, popular in horror movies.
Spiderweb. The sticky web made by spiders, used as decoration.
Bat, a flying animal associated with darkness and Halloween.
Black cat. A black-colored cat, traditionally considered a symbol of bad luck or magic.
Excellent vocabulary. Now, before we finish, let's talk about safety. Halloween safety is important, especially for children.
Yes, some safety tips. Children should always go trick-or-treating with an adult or in a group.
Stay in well-lit areas and only go to houses that have their lights on. Lights on means we're giving out candy.
Wear bright or reflective clothing so cars can see you in the dark.
And always check your candy before eating it. Parents should look through their children's candy to make sure everything is safe and sealed.
Good advice. Now, Mike, let's wrap up. What have we learned about Halloween today?
We learned that Halloween has ancient Celtic origins from the Festival of Samhain. It was influenced by Christianity and evolved into the modern holiday we know today.
We learned about the main traditions, dressing up in costumes, trick-or-treating, carving jack-o'-lanterns, decorating houses, and having parties.
We learned that trick or treat is the phrase children say when collecting candy. And we learned lots of Halloween vocabulary, like witch, ghost, skeleton, vampire, spooky, and haunted.
We talked about which countries celebrate Halloween, mainly the United States, Canada, and the UK, but it's growing in popularity worldwide.
And we discussed that for most people today, Halloween is a fun, secular cultural celebration, not a religious holiday.
Now, we want to hear from you. Do you celebrate Halloween in your country? Have you ever dressed up in a costume? What would you dress up as?
Leave a comment and tell us. And if you don't celebrate Halloween, tell us about a similar holiday or festival in your culture.
We love learning about your traditions. And please like this video, subscribe to English in Real Life, and share this episode with your friends.
Thank you so much for watching this special Halloween episode. We hope you learned something new today.
Happy Halloween, everyone! Or as we sometimes say, happy haunting!
See you next time on English in Real Life. Stay spooky.
Bye, everyone!